Hello again. Well, it is Saturday. You might not be seeing this on Saturday, but it is Saturday when I'm filming it. Little peek behind the curtain here. Those of you who follow my wife's channel as well will be aware that she's probably going to be going into the hospital fairly soon. So I've got a free Saturday and I'm pre-filming a bunch of videos so that you guys don't miss out whenever I might not be in a good place to be filming or having a much time to be filming. So I'm thinking of you guys in advance before we get there. So right now I'm going to do a bit of Chinese 5-spice duck, and then I think we're going to throw that onto some smoked, grilled Cajun fried rice. Yeah, I think all of those words work together. Alright, let me get this duck ready to begin with then. I'll move you over where you can see what's going on. Alright, we have a couple lovely duck breasts here. I'm going to go ahead and put some score marks in them. You want them to be decently deep across the skin. And then this is going to be a pretty easy procedure to get them ready for the grill. Some 5-spice. And yeah, I'm going pretty heavy with it. Go ahead and get some of that on the underside as well. Always a good tip to throw a lot on the top and then use what doesn't stick to the top and ends up on your board to season the rest of it. See how I mean? That's one down. Do the same thing with the other one. Flip it around our board a bit. Once we've got that 5-spice on there, I want to get some salt on there as well. And I'm going to do this in a couple different ways today. And I know all of you keep shouting at me for the amount of salt that I use, but I'm sorry, meat and grilling needs some salt. Now, the top of the duck, the skin side, don't know why I always call that the top, but I do. The skin side is going to get some coarse salt and some table salt. I'm actually not going to salt the meat side, because where I want the salt to really soak in and drain up that moisture and add that extra hit is going to be in that fatty bit of the top, and that's then going to render into the rest of it. Now then, I'm going to wrap these up and throw them back in the fridge until they're ready to go in the grill. Alright, grill is hot. Duck's going on skin side down. We'll be back in a few minutes to check on that one. Okay, 5 minutes in. Let's have a look. Lovely. And yes, I do say lovely because we want that to have a little blackness. Again, you have to get away from the idea that blackness is burnt when you're grilling. blackness, and a lot of times is things caramelizing off, and that's oil popping off at me. We're going to give this about another 4 minutes. Actually, probably not even that. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, and then we'll pull that off of there and start the rice. Alright, yes, 2 more minutes, all that needed. That's going to be lovely. We'll take those inside and let them rest a bit before we chop them up to go into the rice. Be back right with the rice. Alright, so let's get going here. We've got some rice that I have allowed to sit in the fridge and go dry and cold, pre-cooked. Threw some black sesame seeds in it just because. I'm going to break that up a bit. I'm going to throw us some butter in with those duck juices. I'm going to throw that rice on there. We're going to start breaking that all up a bit before we add anything else to it. And we're going to give that maybe 30 seconds to a minute. It's not going to need long. But we want to flatten a lot of it out, and we want to keep it away from that hole where stuff drains out of. So yeah, about a minute, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so now that we've let it crisp off just that slightest bit to start with, we're going to go ahead and make some room on the side here. I'm going to throw a bit more butter down. And we're going to go ahead and crack a couple eggs. Get them going off here on the side. Don't matter if we crack them, we're going to be scrambling them in a minute anyway. And then what are we going to add next? Well, we need some onions. We need some red onions. We're going to add some peas. We're going to add some corn. We're going to add some shallots. And we're going to add some parsley. Just because it's fresh out of the garden. And why not? We're then going to go ahead and chop up these eggs a bit. Get them scrambling nice. And once those are starting to get where we want them, they don't need to be 100% there. We're going to start tossing and folding all of this together. Start from the outside, bring it in. Start from the other side and bring it back. Make sure that we're mixing everything up together while we do that. Once we've got a nice mix to it, got a couple more bits I need to go grab. I'll have them in just a blink for yourselves. Alright, we're going to hit all of this with some sesame oil. my normal measurements, and some soy. And what we can do is, we're getting a little bit too much liquid going on in this tray. We can slide some of it out the back and let it drain a bit. There is a grease catcher at the back of this thing that will take care of that for us, and then we can empty it later. Could even just level the grill, and it would do a bit of that for me. Funny things, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and get this off of there. And if you give it a shake as you pick it up, the spatula is actually going to drain most of that juice out of there for you. You don't mind keeping some of it, but we don't need all of it. So just give it that shake as you pick up. Starting to pop at me a bit. Telling me it's ready. You didn't know I was adding popcorn to this, did you? Alright, I went ahead and I took a minute and cleared the rest of that foam off the grill. And now what I'm going to do is, with the duck that I've already chopped up, I'm just going to throw it back on here and give it a final sear. Alright, throw that in here, and we'll go plate up. And there we are, all plated and ready to go. Now of course, because it's Cajun, final adjustment to it. And there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed watching, and hope you enjoy trying this one.